Here I come.
Myrtle of Venus, Bacchus is mine. Myrtle of Venus, Bacchus is mine. You drove over the fence, you're gonna fix it. Prince of Darkness in the house, smoking some bad stuff for your health. Bitch, this track is smoking. Fuck what you heard, I'm out. And mariachi, stepping over the bodies. Arrivederci. This stuff will make you float. I got my packages from Greece, who lit up the DMT. Churches in the fucking ruckus. These bitches are tripping. Hot fire, this track's blazing. The world is on fire. I'm cracking whips. Meta war with the leather corset. Medico Amazon steps. Myrtle of Venus, Bacchus is mine. Myrtle of Venus, Bacchus is mine.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. And this is Initiating Apocalypse. Oh, do I have some stuff for us tonight that's going to blow your mind? Of course I do. It's the only stuff worth bringing, right? Why would you give me your time otherwise if it weren't? You know, I'm not going to give you the boring stuff. Man, there's too much goody good, right? Oh, life is too short to waste on the boring, you know what I mean? Let's not go to the boring. Hello, satanic congregations. Marvelous to see you. This is a glorious and great Monday, and I wanted to bring you something that was particularly tasteful and appropriate to the time. Yes, appropriate to the time. It's going to be gorgeous. We're going to dive into some texts, some Greek that you've never seen. We're going to look through some eyes of dead people tonight. Oh, God. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Lady Babylon. That's right. That's right, baby. Did you see her? Did you see her come out right out of Bob? Pulled her right out of Bob's mouth. It's lovely, people. And the reason that we have to be happy tonight, is because of that blood. Because of that communion. That communion is your freedom. It is your freedom. Oh my God, what is he saying? What is he saying? I'm talking about them. We're looking at these people in antiquity. We're watching what they're doing. It's like a soap opera. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, unrelenting anthropological orgy is what it is. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's all in the Greek, people. I tell you, this Greek is erotic. It's completely erotic. Oh God, what happened to all this erotic Greek poetry? What happened to it? Well, in order to get rid of it, they burned down the libraries. And who is they? Say you. The monists. Monist. Look, there's only two types of people in the world. There's those who worship the gods, justice and love, and those who worship the one. And the one is always, always at odds with the civilized many. Do you understand? Oh, God. Talk about pluralism. Oh, God, you say that. Woo! Plurality, baby. Okay, give me the first couple of slides. People, I got some announcement. I want everybody to go see. Oh, hang on. Before we get there, people have been sending me this little nugget. Now, remember, we said they were going to find the arrows with toxins on them, right? So, boom. There you go. Right out of the Pulaskian. Right out of a Pulaskian quiver. My God, man. Right? Who ended up with this thing, right? Doesn't matter. Contemporary people with the evolution of the oestrus, the evolution of the eos, the mind-altering insanity that became the mystery religions, is buried in this Pulaskian past. And here it is, contemporary, right? Now, I just want people to note, right? The only point I'm making is this is a what? It's poison, right? And they're using it on the arrows. This is the beginning of the unfolding of the technology. Do you understand me? This is of Lady Babylon. Oh, think sexy Scythian ladies on horseback with the arrow poison. Do you understand me? Their tech. Oh, and it's sexy tech. It's sexy tech. Yes, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, no. Don't be like that. Right? No, you have to. All of this leads to Aphrodite. All of it. My God, man. Look at her. Look at her in the eyes. You know, it only stings for a minute. Right? Come on. Welcome. Welcome to the herd, gents. Give me a, I want to send people of Satanic Congregation, please go see this gent who has made this wonderful presentation. This is Altboy. And Altboy is a student of mine who is reading Greek now at the reading Greek level, right? That you start out, right? When you've learned basic Greek through an intensive course. He did. And now what is he doing? Oh, look what he's doing. He's conjuring. So, Maeve. Oh my God. Conjuring Maeve. Give me the next one. Look, people, if you don't get into this, you are not at all sexy. I'll tell you that. If you don't, if this doesn't turn you on, if this doesn't make your brain bulge with engorgement, then something is wrong. Look what this man did. Look, he charted out all the Greek, right, to show where the precursors are coming from linguistically for her name, for Maeve's name, right? Oh, God. People, are you intoxicated? Does this stuff make you intoxicated? Does she, Lady Babylon, intoxicate you? The Medewa. Does she? Oh, you know what we've got here? Give me the last slide from, yep. You know what we've, oh God, don't give me that one yet. Go back. Give me the one before. Give me the one with her. Boom. There we go. You know what this takes us back to? This takes us back to Boccaccio. And for those of you in the congregation who are interested in riddles and enigma, oh my God, the base of the name is everything. It's the name of the game within the system of magic that is created. Oh, this is absolutely right. We shouldn't be looking at this, right? This is too much. And by the way, this is all brought to us by Altboy. So check it out. I want you to see it. Now, what's the connection with Boccaccio? Here's the riddle. Ready? Boccaccio, bring me on, I guess. Make me small though. Boccaccio's riddle is this. You can take some things out and then take what remains and stick it together in the right ways. And what you can come up with is one lady through time, a perfect savior. Oh God. Oh God, it's gorgeous. Where'd they say those people are from, Altboy? They said they were Aryans. Are you sure about that? Because the Aryans changed their name in honor of her. Do you see what the culmination of the mystery is? This is the origin of everything that the monists call their own. It is the origin. And tonight you're going to see that. You're going to see it transparently. And you're going to see the music. You're going to see the music. Are you ready for this? This is gorgeous. And again, none of this stuff is me. Oh, of course, that wasn't me. That was Old Boy. That was Old Boy swimming in Maeve's sacred pool. You know what I mean? Right? Love it. Love it. Keep that thing holy, Old Boy. Don't let anybody get in there. They'll sell it. They'll want to sell bits of it. You know what I mean? That ground. Hold that ground. What is that? A Celtic dragon of some sort? I don't know. I don't know. Where's that old pervert? Who, me? Yeah, bring him in. Give it to me. What's in it? No. Oh, yeah, go ahead and give me that one. This is so... People, look, I just want to say this quick because I don't want to bombard you with things. If you ever read anything that I wrote, find this thing out. It's a textbook from a college course, right? It's called Toxicology and Antiquity. Very nice edition, right? Great textbook. And I wrote one of the chapters. I wrote two of the chapters, but I wrote one of the chapters in this one on the mystery rites, and particularly on the virgin, the toxic virgin. Oh, God, who would not want to write on toxic virgin? I mean, just think about that. Roll that concept along in your brain for a minute. Try to think like your ancestors were. The toxic virgin, right? This is a priesthood. She's half viper, half virgin. Isn't that gorgeous? You know what she can do? She can produce a communion that is your salvation, that is your health. So if you get a chance, my audience in this chapter is these are pharmacy students that we're just telling the history of the craft to, right? Just kind of an introduction to the history. So they want to hear about some drugs, and they want to hear about some specifics, and they're in there, right? So, and with a lot of footnotes about where to find the sources. And I think I've even got yes, I do. I have the virgin runoff in that passage. If you don't know what that is, dude, I'm sorry. It's too bad. But there's also things like the first milk and whatnot. There's a lot of whole things in there that are kind of interesting. Yeah, fantastic. Little things that I dropped in the footnotes for people to be like, oh, he's making this up, right? No, this is a scientific process. These are pharmacy students. We're just trying to teach them the history. So, you know, I'm digging up the goody goods with all the religious stuff. We got the Medusa in there and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so that's probably, people ask, what's something I can read to represent what your contribution is, right? That's it right there. Chemical Muse is a kind of a general work. That's more of like peeling back the frontier of the history. So yeah, fantastic. I love it. And it's got all sorts of stuff. You know what I have tonight for you? I have historical cult performance, including somebody doing something. Yes, somebody doing something. Stated scientifically, to masturbare in Latin is to self-flagellate, to bruise one's own. If you understand the meaning. Masturbation scientifically. How? We have a text with the masturbation? Yes, we do. And you're going to show me how this is related to Paul. Yeah. I'm going to show you Paul using the very same vocabulary. But in order to get there, we got to start with the real Orphic Vox tonight. All right. We've got to start with those terms. Chewy, pull up the Don't give me the very next one. We're going to get to that in a minute. I want you to go here. Yeah. We've got to warm up tonight, right? Are you ready, people? Say with me, triambe. Triambe. What is that? Look at the line of poetry here with the highlight in it. Iache, triambe. Sutonde corage. Right? What are we talking about? We're talking about being threambic. And I'm going to let the Greeks define themselves what being threambic is. This is cult, people. This is mystery. This is more mystery than you will ever get at church. What is that? No, I need more time. This is what you get at church when you're with Amen. And only because Amen has had the text. That's it. What is the Iache Thriambe? It's an address to Dionysus Thriambos. Right? It is describing the god. Give me the next one. It is describing the god. Thriambic is to describe the god. And for you Christians, hold on. I'm going to shove Paul. I got Paul here in the corner, the Apostle Paul tonight. I want you to know, Amen has the Apostle Paul in the corner right now. I'm looking at him. And you know what? His little hands are tied behind his back. They are. We're going to do some nasty things to Paul tonight. I'm going to show you Paul as Paul is. And you're going to be shocked. What does this say? Triambe di thurambe kiso kait wanax. Now, I added the digamma on the wanax. Right? Only because you can't see it. Somebody said something about one of my accents the other day. Right. And this one happened to be not just a misstep. This one happened to be because there's an iota there that you can't see, that anybody who's done the classical side can see. And I'll show it to you. What does this say? Triambe di thurambe. This is what we're chanting to the great Lord Dionysus, whose crown is of ivy. He is Thriambos. Whatever that Thriambos is, it is what the god is. It is the equivalent of Eros being love. Do you understand? It is the god. And the only way for us to get to that god is through the mystery. Are you ready? Oh, God. Another one. We're going to hit him with these, right, tonight? Oh, God. People, are you ready? What is he doing to them? Right? What are we doing, people? Watch it as it happens. Are you ready? Oh, no. Falcon slowed down for a minute, didn't we? There we go. Okay, so who is this? It's Pratinas. Who is that? A tragedian, 5th century. You don't know him, but no. Triambe di thurambe is formulaic. And what are they asking the god? Aqua tan mandorion horean. Listen to my Doric chorus. Triambe. Next one. Okay. The musician out there who stands as the son of Apollo. Right? Hear the voice. Sophia didaske zoe thriambewe. What does this say? Wisdom teaches. Right? Sophia teaches. Zoe, and notice they've capitalized. The capitalizing is your own brain circulating through a current of interference. They didn't use capitals. No, they didn't. No, all one letter size, man. They don't need that. That's for later. That's for the dummies to figure out, right? The dummies came along and were like, wait a minute. How do we distinguish? Zoe does what? She thriambewe. This thriambos, this Dionysus. What? What is it saying? It's saying Zoe, with her book, is the one who is triambic. She performs that action. Who is the Zoe? She is the Ewa. Do you understand? Give it to me. The next one. Oh, God. Whew! All of this, and there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing in Aramaic, Hebrew, nothing in any sort of any language. I don't care about your forsaken Sumerian. Oh, God. How do I order chicken in Sumerian? I think I can do that for dinner. I'll have one Sumerian chicken pie, Enkidu. You goddamn dimwit. What does this say, people? Look at the Mother Greek. So sexy. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shock you with visions of garbage literature, right? Some of that doesn't even exist, right? Triambewe. Here we're doing this thing again. And what are we? This is the verbal form, right? What are we being triambic? How are we being it? We're being it against or into those hidden wolves. We are being dithyrambic into the skin of those hidden wolves. Okay, keep going. Let's see if we can get this figured out, people. See if we can understand it. I hear that, and I think, oh my God, I know what we're going to do. It's going to get all warlike. Those goddamn Dorians with their goddamn Spartan wars. Oh God, Triambewe ta epinikia. What are we being triambic? We're being triambic on the epinikia. The song's victory. What is he talking about, people? Look at it in your brain. See the image of the battlefield. Do you know how we train Dorian warriors? We train them with dance and song. We train them with dance and song. Oh, yeah? You think that's funny? Maybe you think that's funny. Maybe that's not macho enough for you. They'll kick your ass, and their ancestors dead because they're dithyrambic with their epinition. The epinition is victory ode, baby. We go to battle in song, right? What do you think? What do you think dancing is, people? Come on, man. Give that chorus a shot. They're not just a bunch of lazy oafs. They're warriors. And they will all kick your butt because she, their leader, oh God. Every time we go, victory, epinition, victory. You know what I mean? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Is it up there? Fantastic. How come we're not seeing it? We're in a fog. Yeah, Chewy, we're operating by sensors only tonight. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There he is. Yeah, peace out, bro. Right. Right? What is this illustrating? Epinition. Victory odes, baby. Did you know the Dorians were those ones who were so interested in song? Did you know why the choruses in Aeschylus have such a Dorian taint to them? Oh God. These are ladies who fight. These are ladies who fight. The earliest forms are female choruses. They are maenads. They are not men. They're all sexy fighting lady poison arrow wielding sex magic throwing ladies. Oh God. I'm sorry. I think I drooled on my computer. Oh my God. Oh, look at her. I think we made her angry now. Give me the next one. Give me some of these. Look, people, I'm going to take you some weird places now. Just turn the lights out, right? You ready? Oh God. You can be dithyrambic in the middle of the theater. Oh, you can be dithyrambic in the middle of the theater, baby. Do you understand me? Do you know where the stage comes from? Do you know where the stage comes from? I'm asking you. I'm asking. Look, I'm looking at whoever's out there who is an actress or an actor. I'm looking you dead in the eyes. You who have stood on that stage and smoked that dope. Do you know where you got it? You got it from dithyrambos. That's where you got it. Oh, give it to me. It's possession, baby. It's possession, and everybody's like, "Oh God, right? Love it. Give me. It's sexy. If it's not possession, it's not so sexy, right?" Thank Apollo that music is so rationally sexy, right? I know so little about music, but oh God, I just saw her a brief glimpse, and I'm starting to learn. My great masters of music is teaching me. The priest of Apollo I told you people about, right? Will remain in anonymity of the shadows. That priest of Apollo, right? Chewie's like, yep. That priest of Apollo is teaching me music in a way that it's like religious, man. I mean, it's like religious. I feel like good. It makes me feel good. Kai sustriambos esse cosmoi kai onedos hapanton. Are you ready, people? Here it is, that priest, right? You are thriambos. Right? Yeah. Cosmoi. Yeah. In this order. And you are a shame. You are a shame for all. Do you understand me? You are dithyrambos. You are here to bring their shame. This is the ground that brings us the drug. Give me the next one. Oh, God. So gorgeous. I love it. Don't you love it, people? It's cult like you're gonna be uncomfortable with, right? Oh, maybe not. You guys are all freaks, right? Hey, men, and I mean that in a very loving way, by the way. And by the way, let me just say, for all the comments that people are sending with very and sundry things, you know, there's a real beauty in the worship of Aphrodite. There's a real beauty and a real honor in that beauty. I think it's important. I think it's important for people to understand that and to honor. By honoring Bacchus, by becoming possessed. Oh, did I give it away? Did I give it? Oh, bad on me. Son of a. Here, Joey, are you going to edit that out? We're going to have to go back in time and edit this fucker out. God. Oh, son of a. Okay. All right. No. What'd you do? What? Wait. Stop. Welcome back to Lady Babylon. Chewy, hit me with the next one, please. Please hit me with it. Now, these are going to be lovely. I want you to taste this just for a little bit. Oh, they'll never notice. I want you to taste this for a little bit, Chewy. Audience, please focus. What is this thing talking about? Now, people, this is as difficult for you as it is for me. In all seriousness, no, because when we get to music, I'm a little bit stumbly, right? Simply because I don't do music and I don't understand a lot of their music is tied into their physics. So I'm like, oh God, harmonic what? What does the harmonic mean? I don't know. Does that have to do with that thing you put in your mouth? No, that's harmonica, right? Do you understand? It's difficult for me. So let me just tell you what he's saying here, right? He says, look, There are these different types of song. He talks about the epinician and the tropaioforos. The tropaioforos. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for what it is now. I'll tell you in a second. Pompey, the procession. Oh, he's talking about dithyramb. There is the procession, right? There are thusia. There are the, I don't want to say sacrifices because your mind is already trained. I've already been intellectually molested by theologians. So for me to say sacrifice, it doesn't resonate. For the burning of botanicals that will make you high. Do you understand? The first Christ is doing this, makes a whole village high. Oh, God, gorgeous. The procession, those fumigations, the victory songs, and the tropai. Oh my God. Tropaioforos. Oh my God. What is that? It's the tropaios bringer. And what is that? The triumph bringer. The one who brings what you and I would say trophy. Isn't that interesting? He says on the next line, he says, Hen kalusi romaio e triambon, which the Romans call triambon. The triumph is only there because the Etruscans altered the pronunciation to fit their phonemes and came up with what the Romans heard as triumph. Okay, isn't that cool? Who is doing, when you talk about something general like literacy and antiquity, you realize you're dealing with many different cultures over many different centuries, right? Right? You can see the Greeks imprinting Greek on other people, right? Even if they're bringing them their own alphabet, right? Creating for them. Here, create an alphabet, right? What are you doing? You're impressing that richness of your Greek. And that's what's happening historically here. And I just want you to see that it's to the extent that Romulus, right? This is George Washington, right? Romulus is the first one, right? Oh, God. These rites of music and dance and drug use and sexuality. And you say, wait a minute, pervert. Okay, stop right there. Stop at the sexuality. I'm going to show you somebody in Ritu, in right, masturbating. Give me the next one, Chewy. I'm going to show you somebody masturbating. You have to do this in front of everyone, right? Why would you do that? I'm not there to judge. I just want to know what they're doing. Doesn't anybody else want to know what they're doing in these secret rites? Oh, my God. I told him to turn the lights out, didn't I? People, let's do a little bit of digging with the triambos, that thing that Dionysus is and does, the thing that Zoe executes. She who has the book of life. Right? Oh, God. Let's dig around. Let's go to Hesychius, right? He's a lexicographer. Tell us, what could this word possibly mean? And by the way, people, if you look this up, you're going to find a couple of possibilities, a couple of suggestions, and nobody is going to give you a definite answer, right? You'll notice that part of the word thriamb looks like iamb, as in iambic. Yes, remember we saw last time Medea composed iambic verse. What is iambic verse? It is that lampoon. It is that insult. It is that which shows what is shameful. Do you understand? The only thing that will bring down the tyrant is the lampooning of his madness, his growing growing, beautiful, luscious madness. Welcome to the circus. Oh, God, this is gorgeous. What does this say? Let's dig around in Hesychius. Here he is. Here's the verb thriadze. Now, remember, these are kind of unusual words, and he's trying to define them for you. Thriadze. And so that looks like it could be the front, right? It could be the front of thriambos, right? But what does it say here? The definition of it is, the definition is to have that enthusiasm, right? And he gives a quote to have that possession. And he gives a quote from Odysseus Maddened by Sophocles. Okay, so he's using it. Remember, when nobody else has libraries, we not only have libraries, but we're quoting each other, right? We're quoting people from 600 years ago. Yeah, you know what? What kind of literature do you have? You got Jack. You got Jack crap. Every other language tonight, boom. You got Jack compared to Mother Greek. She wins the beauty contest of all human language. Damn straight. Damn straight. They can't hold a candle to this. Give me the next one. So look, that could have something to do with it, the maniacal stage. Thriambos, it makes sense. What does he say it means to thriambosai, people? He says to thorubesai and poesai. What are you doing when you poesai? You're shouting, right? You're giving off thorubesai. You're giving off that which is from your inner power, your inner breath. Ooh, right? Remember, Dionysus is the god of that thunderstruck person. Thunderstruck. If you don't get thunderstruck, it's because you haven't been touched by the wine. Do you understand? Oh, God. So the thriambos, maybe dithyram is something to do with that shouting. Next. That shouting. Are you ready? Are we? Hang on. We're in free fall. Are you ready for that? Let's look at another one. There we go. Gorgeous job tonight, by the way, Chewy. Thank you for look at the background tonight. I think they're lovely people, and you need to put your opinion up there. If you don't like, if you like, you know what I mean. Put something there, but it all means something. Look, I look down. I like this place here. I'm looking down. I'm like, ooh, look what he's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. You better treat her right. You know what I mean? Give it to me. Give it to me. Is it coming up? Should I tell a story? Perhaps about the night that I converted from Aristotle? Should I tell you something about it? If there's no limping, then it wasn't done. Right? Always take it to the limping. Iambukai. What is iambukai? Oh, well, that's interesting. Right? Well, that's kind of neat. It's, oh, God, organa musica trigona. Oh, God. A three-angled musical instrument, right? In which they played or they sang the iambic songs. So it's a particular instrument. It's a stringed instrument. Give me the next one. A stringed instrument, because why? That harmony comes from the division of those strings. People, don't ask me to explain it because I don't understand it myself. But that's their reasoning, and that's what they're always talking about. So I just learned a word today in Greek that I'd never seen before, and it says, and it means all harmonic, right? Panharmonia, right? Panharmonia. Oh, God. What is a sumbuke? It's a triangular musical instruments with 4 strings. Oh, this one's got 4 strings, right? Now notice Aramaic, perhaps not Semitic, with im inserted as an ambakum, because ambakum is an insertion. It's abakum. Do you understand me? These prophets are Bacchic prophets. There is a fight in human society to create an alternate universe in which Aramaic and Hebrew laid down the roots of this Greek. It is a fallacy. And it's pointed out here. This is an example. You're going to see it all over. All over. Give me the next one. It's the lie. It's what I call the big lie. It's the biggest lie of history. It's amazing. What are those Brits, those stuffed shirts say? Thriambos is a hymn to Dionysus. Oh, gorgeous. That's what I was waiting for. It's pretty general, though, isn't it, gents? Right? You didn't let the ladies do classics back then, you morons. Right? Why did you think you were reading people like Sappho? Oh, God. They're so stupid. Right? I'm talking XYs. Give it to them, right? All you can do. If you can't make them limp, then you're useless, buddy. Hymn to Dionysus, sung in festal processions to his honor. An epithet of Dionysus. It's also a word for scandal. Look at the Latin, though. Look at number 2. It says in Latin, you get triumphus with this, right? Which they acknowledged, borrowed, right? Through the Etruscan, you lose that theta. Excellent. Fantastic. Oh, God, the ovation. Oh, are you ready, people, to get down? Do you know what happens when you have a triumph? You got a car pulling a person who just took people to death and brought them back, slaughtering in the process to the grandness of Mars. That's what you had. And what did you have following that guy's cart? You had a group of people who were there to honor Dionysus, who yelled at this man in the cart. You're not so great, dude. Your mother had intercourse with an elephant. Yes, something along those lines, something demeaning, because the emperor must always be demeaned. If you can't demean your leader, you are servants, you are slaves. Welcome to slave America. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. Isn't it gorgeous? Where's Dionysus, right? Turn it up, people. Tell me. Just ask me once, congregation, turn up the madness in that tyrant's brain. Just give it to me. Is it starting to unravel yet? Have you left the realm of reason? Are they all following? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's an ambush, people. The greatest generation. It's an ambush in hell that the greatest generation are putting on. Yeah. They know what to do. They know what to do. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. Oh, God. People, this is going to be delicious. Are you ready? Pretty soon, we're going to get that hyperdrive upgrade. And I'll be able to, boop, there we go. Now, people, remember we're talking about the thriambos, right? Look at the top line and the second to last word, thriambeonti. There it is again. Only this time, it is in the Bible. Thanks to God, who is always thriambelloing us in Christoi. Now you'll see that Christ is capitalized. It shouldn't be. That's screwing with your mind, and because that's post-Christian, that alteration in the language, you're already doomed. And it's very, very classical Greek. Right, give me the next one. Because I wanted to show them. Look at this text, people. Look at this text. Do you notice the second line? This is the same text. Do you notice the second line? In toi Christoi. Do you notice that's not capitalized? All right. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. The name Christ, or The word that is used as a name was not developed until much later. At this time, it's not capitalized at all. And that's what you find so revealing about what's actually going on. Because what is this? God is always the God of this mystery. The God of Paul the Apostle is threambic, is the dithyram, and he is doing it in the Christing. And this thing is a revelation of the vapors of gnosis, the vapors of knowledge. Do you understand? You have never read this text, and I have just read it to you for the first time. This is the real. Oh, God, give me the, just go back one, just to make sure I didn't miss anything in that one previous, anything that I wanted to point out. This is Paul the Apostle, people, and I just want you to see it a little bit more. Look at verse 13. Because Eodia esmen. What are we? We are Euodian. We are Euodian. We are that fragrance of the Christ. The Christ is a drug, as Paul well knew. He is writing it here as a drug, and that drug's fragrance is us. Do you understand? Not really. Because if you knew, if you had read these sources, you'd see wow, what the hell? It sounds like they're talking in metaphor. It's like, Bob, are you going to stop talking in metaphor? I'm not, Bob. I'm just giving you. Right? Look at what's going on. What is that eodia? What is that? Fragrant fumigation. It's the vehicle for the prayer from the individual mortal to the divinity. Okay. That's why we have Thusia. That's why we have those burnt offerings. You know what I mean? As you see him hauling in that giant bale, right? This whole place is going to be filled with that stuff in a minute, right? Now imagine compounds, right? Compounds, very effective compounds. Nice. Does everybody see it? Everybody enjoying the mystery, right? You're actually seeing it come alive. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. You're actually seeing it come alive, and you're not. It's not on a t-shirt, and I'm not, asking you for funds so that I can move across the country to a giant house or something, right? I'm not asking you for that, right? So what must I be giving you? I'm just giving you the text, people. I'm just giving you the text, right? The stupidest thing you could do is say, failed Greek 101. That's the stupidest thing you could possibly do. That exposes who you are. Do you see what the Bacchic mirror does? It exposes who you are. And it's gorgeous. What is that delicious smell? Now, people, I want you to listen to this, and I want you to put on your cult ears now that you've got from being part of Satanic Congregation. Hauti Christu Eodia Esmen. We are that fragrance from that Christ. Right? Yeah. For God in those saved and in those destroyed. By the agency of divinity, we enter into the euodia of the Christ as those saved and destroyed. Now, you'll find people trying to explain this Bible verse, and they'll bend over backwards with theology just to make something fit here. But remember, all of that theology is not there. I'm just translating for you, right? Fantastic. Give me the next one. This is Paul. Remember, you can't read these texts. I'll tell all my students that you can't read it. By the way, I said this to Bob because I was trying to set him up to maybe teach him something. And I said, Bob, I tell all my students first day of class, I used to, I don't anymore, first day of class of seminary. When I taught at seminary, I'd say, you don't know the Bible. You've never read it. Don't quote it to me. You have no idea. You have no idea what you're doing. Just to get everything on. And I get terrible reactions to it immediately. Right? But then what happens at the end of the program when the people are calling me, the priests that they're working with, and say, damn, this dude learned Greek. What happened? Right? That's when we let them know. Right? Thank you very much. As they walk out the door, the seminarians would tell me, thank you. You were right. You were right. I'd never read the Bible. Can you imagine following a document that you had never actually read, that you sit around saying, this is the word of God. It's the word of God. And you've never actually read it. You preachers, you priests, you've never actually read it. You've never actually read it. It's gorgeous because the implement that will bring down monism is its very own words. I love it. Oh, hoismin, osme. Where is the fragrance coming from and going to? It's coming from death into death. From death into death. Are you looking for the wolves? From death into death. Do you see the mystery, right? Do you see what we're doing here? Right? This is monism. This is Christianity, people, tonight. What is that fragrance? It's from life leading into life. Do you understand? Zoe is the source. From death to death, Zoe is the source. Oh, God. Give me the next one. This is Paul was well-versed. You know, you don't get to be immune to viper venom without being involved. You know what I mean? And you don't become a follower, you know, somebody who's getting paid by Lydia. Paul is full support by one of the drug dealers, yeah, who's got a purple operation going, right? Right, and her name's Lydia. Oh God, I bet she was sexy. Who votes? Satanic congregation. Who votes that Lydia was sexy? Should we take a poll? Do something. No, you can't. Oh, there's no mojo in the tank. No, there's no phone. Where can you? It's okay. Let me translate. John, people, just so you think I'm not going to leave people out, right? Eating my flesh and drinking my hyma. That's what you need to be doing. What does all that entail? It all contains zoane ionion. Ionic Zoe. Ionic Zoe is the hyma. Ionic Zoe is the hyma. Do you understand? Blood. Why are we drinking blood? And who should be drinking blood? And are you and I drinking blood right now, satanic congregation? Look what this says in 16:6 of the great revelation. Oh God, I'm already hungry. The blood of the saints, kai propheton, and of the prophets. It's poured out. It's poured out, and it's given you to drink. Why? Because you're worthy. This is the time. Do you know what Lady Babylon does? She drinks the blood. She drinks the blood of the holy, the blood of the prophets. I hear you can't even touch those prophets without getting totally stoned, totally ripped. Right? Now, some of you may say, Amen, I saw you get into a struggle with a guy, and he tried to take you into a back alley, and he tried to put something on you. He was going to do something. I know. Did you see that? Did you see that? I was like, how do I escape? How do I escape this pervert who wants to take me to Phoenix where we can be alone? My God, man. I was saving souls for a few years of my life. I can tell you, I never approached it like I was a guy in a trench coat at 2 a.m. No, I didn't. We have to drink the blood, people. This blood is all around you. It's all around you. Satanic congregation, the blood of Bob, the holy, is all around you. Yes, it's all around you. Look, it's time. It's time to reap. It's time to reap. And we have, is it cutting off my head, or is it just us? It's just us. It looks like we have the right time. We have the right time exactly right now. I want people to take this serious. Blow me up so I look like I'm serious. Maybe we'll get miraculously really good internet for a second. Hey, I want you to. Satanic congregation, I want you to listen to me for a minute. Now's the time. Now's the time. We have a weapon that the monists can't defend against. And it's time now to bring down the darkness that has brought the mad tyrant to the world. It's time to penetrate the darkness. It's time to bring the light. Mother Greek is sexy, baby. We're going to turn the lights on. Give me the next one. Oh, God, this stuff. What's that smell? You know what that smell is? That's my prayer, baby. That's my prayer for you. I'm just quoting the Bible, right? Do you get it? Do you get it? Cup of the porneia, right? It is that medicine. It's the salvation. Here it is, 16:5. You mean we're reading backwards? Yes, you noticed that was 16:6 last time. Kai tu angelu ton hudata. Who brought these drugs? Legontes di kai say ho on kai ho en ho hosios ho titauta ekrinas. And I heard that angel who had authority on the waters. I heard him. Yeah. Just is the one who is and who was, who is Hosios. Do you see why we get to drink the blood of the Christians? It's because of their impiety. It's because of their injustice. It's because Nemesis has never left us. Isn't it gorgeous? And to use their own words against them, people. Let me just say it this way. As a shout of Bacchic victory. We have the Christ. We have the Christ. Oh, God. Oh, God. They didn't even know it. The whole thing goes down in shambles. And every fool who sat and said, I'm converted and born again, you got a brain virus, because that never existed. And the thing that did is so much more crazy. Oh, God. Drink my blood. Eat my flesh. Oh, Jesus. You know what those texts say he was referring to as his flash? That was his spank. It was his spank. Do you know that Amen. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah. Amen have seen the potion of the spank of Jesus. It's called the love of God. That's what they called it. The love of God. Have some of the love of God. Do you understand? God, it's gorgeous. There it is in the text. Somebody was so happy. They said, oh, look, Amon's not making it up. It says here, notice that it was an antidote to a drug. He's drugging the fucking bread. Oh, God. What a nutcase, right? You know what I mean? Jesus, he's so high. Man, he's so high, and that mirror is so beautiful. When a monist steps up to the plate and says, "You high, bro." Yeah, it's lovely to show them their God who is high with a naked kid. Oh, God. So wonderful. Just tell them that to people. They run from it. Just ask them, where's the naked kid? That's all I want to talk about the Bible. I want to talk about these 2 verses. Where is this naked kid? And what was he doing there? My God. Go Christ your eyes. Give me the next one. People are surprised about it. By the way, there are a couple of people who are making nice videos that are saying, oh, look at Amon's work. You know, he's just pointing out this, and look, it's actually the case, right? And they're using the Greek to do so. Bravo, gents. Bravo. I think Seaman was one of those. Is that right? Seaman? Yeah. And Magic Man, Wizard, Witch Doctor. Yeah. That's okay. He'll take it. He'll take it. You know what I mean? Keep it up, Witch Doctor. Keep it up. Keep it up, Seaman. Right? Look what they're doing, people. They're just appealing to reason, right? Right? Did you see? It's everybody's got it, people. And as soon as somebody steps over the line for the sake of money, it's usually for the sake of money, you can see it's corruptive influence. And it just degrades the material. The evidence that you've got just degrades it, right? You know, I have no ideas. I'm not part of a religion. Nobody comes here. We don't light candles and do hoo-ha. There's none of that. You know that, right? What do we have here? We have those sources, baby. And they're gorgeous. Give me another one. I'm going to get to the hymn of Dionysus, but I'm nervous to do it because, you know, it's the hymn of Dionysus, man. I don't want to screw it up, baby. It's pretty important. Old stuff. I mean, this is centuries and centuries before there's any bullshit propaganda, right? This goes way back to the good stuff. There's a lot of literature out there that people don't really even recognize. Let's keep going backwards, right up the throat of the Revelation. This is 16:4 now. Kaiho tritos, right? Exahent and feeling. Where's all this stuff coming from? We were looking at the angel before, and he's also got these drugs, this fiale, this container with the drugs in it, right? And what is he doing? He's putting it into the rivers, it says here, and the fountains, right, of water. And what is it doing? It's becoming haima. It's becoming blood. It's becoming blood. Now do you understand why it turns to blood? Now do you understand? Oh, God. It's right there, people. If they would just respect the language. And people, the only way that this is possible is just to read as much of this Greek stuff as you can. If you limit yourself to one letter or one book, you're going to screw yourself, because then I know for a fact all you've done is learn interlinear. Somebody told you that's the definition of that, or that's the definition of that. You really don't know Greek, right? First of all, there's millions of words. You're never going to know ancient Greek, but you grasp of the art. You don't have a grasp of the art. For people who go out, like my students, which I will have one of them on here, 2 of them, maybe more, to talk about translation and what happens when you get outside and you start translating. And the first thing people do is a lot of things that I've told them, they will stumble across sources and they'll say, oh, he was right. He was not making that stuff up, right? It's kind of shocking to your system. That's the nature of what we're doing that's unique. This is a process of waking up, of coming out of the dream, out of the fantasy, the mirage, the image, into the reality. And it is disorienting. And that's why people are surprised when they get on the outside. And people will contact me. I've had a long time ago and say, oh, I found, or you weren't kidding about like the masturbating kid tonight. You want to see the masturbating dude? Right? Oh, God. Let's see him. It's in a sacred text, people. So don't give me any problems about it. When you want Baptists and you want Paul the Apostle there doing his right? Why do you think you had to write to them and say, now, if it's with your mother, no. Oh, God. Training of Christians, right? Can't wait. Can't wait to go to church. Can't wait to go to church. It's fantastic. Give me the next one. Boom. These are, all you do is give them the text, people. Right here. Okay. Is he smoking something in the front there? It looks like a cigar. Looks like a giant Cuban cigar or something. You know what I mean? Where's he getting that? Well, I guess if you're out there, you get all the sheep with you. You know what I mean? He's probably bored, right? Revelation 16:3. We're going backwards. Uh-oh, we got more of these drug vials that we're pouring out, right? And what does the sea become? Guess what? It becomes haima hos nekru. Now, that phrase is very odd. Haima, it becomes blood as of the dead. Okay. As of the dead. You remember, it is into death and out of death that we come for the resurrection. If you want ionic Zoe, you're going to have to follow this pathway, right? And what happens to the soul? It dies. It dies. Oh, God, he wasn't kidding about that second death stuff, was he? No. I'm telling you, please understand the right corresponds to the reality. The quantum reality is the right. That's why it's awakening. That's why they say you recognize who you are. Do you understand? It's a mechanism for waking you up. Oh, given to you by a sexy, sexy goddess. Oh. Okay, couple more. This is getting too hot, but we got to get through the dithyramb. I just want, right? We gotta seduce the priest of Apollo. Bring that dithyramb. Bring me the next one. Quick, Chewy. We only have a couple more people. Listen to the mystery in this. Listen to the mystery. Yes, we do. We do have a couple more minutes. Listen to the mystery. They will hang in. The congregation will hang in. Listen. And I saw a woman totally methylated, right? She is intoxicated. And what is intoxicating her? To haimatos, the blood of the holy. The blood of those who have been made holy. This is the blood of the witnesses of Jesus. The witnesses of Jesus. You notice there's no name. There's no Christ here. Doesn't exist. This is the witness of Jesus. Whenever he is Christon, is because he is Christed. It is a drug. Yeah. And what does it make us see? What does his blood make this woman, this gorgeous Gunaika, who is totally methylated? What does it make her see? Makes her see Thalma Mega. Great wonders. Oh, God. Yeah. What is she doing? She's looking in the mirror, baby. Because that's what she is. Give me the next one. Because that's what she is. Do you understand? Who invented Bacchic worship? Medea did. Right? The one with the iambic lines. Right? Triambo di thurambe. Kiso haita. Wanax, acque taneman dorion korean. Bring that Doric war chorus back, Bacchus. Bring it back, Lord. Do you understand when you say the title Lord is in Lord Jesus Christ? Do you understand you're using a title of Dionysus? Oh, using an old Bronze Age, baby. An old Bronze Age, gorgeous, gorgeous word. Wanox. You know what's even more gorgeous than wanox, the word for Lord? Wanasa. Wanasa. Do you see what the male version couldn't do? It couldn't perfect that Pulaskian sigma. That tells us it's Pulaskian people. These are horse ladies who rule the goddamn cosmos. Why? Why? Okay, here's one I'll give you. This is a freebie, people. Acts 15:29. Nobody understands what the hell this means. Look around after I finish telling you, translating it for you. I just want you to look around, see what people say about this stupidity, right? What are you supposed to stay away from? You're supposed to stay away from those things that are used in the worship of idolatry. That is the blood, the things that are strangled. If you don't know what that means, because you haven't been there. And the porneia, the sexual intercourse. These are the components of the rite. This is Jesus Christ. Give me the next one. People are like, no, it means you don't eat our lamb. It's been offered to the gods, because they think the Greeks are walking around already sacrificing their goats, fucking eating them. You idiots! You idiots! It's the blood. It's those things that we use in the practice of the mystery. That's why you're saying, modern Christianity, that idolatry is fornication. It is intercourse. It is sex, because you cannot see through your own stupid crust. And it's about to break. And the first thing that's going to break it is Christ. Historically, the first thing that's going to break your religion is the word Christ. Hear the voice of the Antichrist. Give it to him. Who do we have? Isidore. Come here, Isidore. Tell him Mama's the Antichrist, you little Oh, I hate that guy. I hate Isidore more than anything. Read him. He's a good writer, though. What are these things, people? We just talked about, the things offered to idols. We should not eat them. These are the sacrifices. You have no idea what you're talking about. They're eating that which is aporeton, is what this says. It's unspeakable. It is the part of the mystery that none of us talk about. Do you understand? There's a private part, just like a medical procedure. You wouldn't talk about your surgery. Well, first I got naked, man. And I was like all over this bed. And what are you talking about? Right? The practices. We don't need that. Right? Give me the next one. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The way that the mystery is running, and people just blow by it because, I don't know, most people ignore it completely. And we're frozen in time. Hello, Lucifer. How are you, sir? I see. It's nice to be here tonight. I'm giving it to him straight, just like you told me. So you got nothing. You got nothing on me, buddy. I'm still contractually right where I should be. Thriambelsas ton magon. Look what you can do. You can even be thriambic to a magus. Makes him run away. Give me the next one. All right. Who are these sources, by the way? These, look at people. Nobody ever reads here. The Sibylline oracles, where they talk about being thriambic. And look right next to thriambiaci. What is that? Thriambiaci. Babylon. Oh, God. I soy Babylon. Do you love it? Look, people. Aye, soy. Aye to you, Babylon. Latreuses triambiaisi. You are perfecting that triumb. Oh, God. It's absolutely gorgeous, man. Sibylline, I told you. It's all Sibylline oracles. So when the Christians assimilate the Sibylline oracles, and they're called in the beginning of their history, they're called not Christians, but because, again, it's before the word Christos took on any sort of name. What did they do? Thriambos, right? They did that. Dithyram. It's part of the mystery cult. What does this say? Oh, God. I just want you to look at the second line. Somebody is preparing for Dionysus, right? That which is really fortunate, the life that is really kecharismenon. When you think of charis, grace, you think of a fake Christian grace that was developed through your faith and theology, long following Jesus and the apostles and the generations that followed them, long following that. Do you understand? Charis is not what you think it is. Do you know what charis is? Grace. Grace is that beautifully smelling perfume that comes off of Aphrodite's private parts. Do you understand? That's what grace is. Aphrodite is followed by that osme, by that odor, right? By that fragrance. How do the prayers reach the gods? They reach them through the fragrance of that burning incense. That burning incense. So you can see why in antiquity, go ahead, give me the next one. You can see in antiquity why they're using, drugs, / you may put perfumes, right? Because, these things are fragrant, using fragrant, substances. And, you're going to get some nice, you asked for it, people. Yeah. My Greeklings, please look here. Paidewe and didaske, both in the same sentence. Right? That's a little joke for my Greek students. And it doesn't say that, somebody teaches and teaches, does it? No, it doesn't. So when you see these translated into English as teach and teach, you're not getting the full story. And why is that? Let me show you. Paidewe is to kind of pass on education as a cultural value, right? And didaske is to instruct somebody into something, right? Excellent. So they're both happening here. And if they're both happening simultaneously, give me the next one, then you've got as a classical philologist, you've got to reach down and say, okay, this is the beauty of the world exists in the differences. Oh my God. And then there's naked children dancing. Kai hai gumno paidia. That's the naked kid dance. Right? Where's that? Where's the people? It's Dithyram. If you're waiting for the musical connection, you're seeing it. What do they have in antiquity? They have the naked kid dances. I want this to seep into modernity. Wait, don't take it down, Shui, because I want them to see this. I want them to see this. Gymnopaidia. I want you to see it. So that when Aristophanes is talking about, through the mouth of Dionysus, is talking about the young girl that he sees and her blouse drops open. This is in Aristophanes, right? Blouse drops open and he sees her parts, right? And describes those parts as in an artistic and envious kind of way, as if he's got some kind of talent for words. It's got a real stylistic beauty to it. You're lost in the moment and you forget that he's talking about something that you and I could not. If we went to, oh God, put those teachers in jail, put them all in jail, right? Jail them. That poor. They've got. You know what they should do? They should one prison, right, for Miss Smith and Miss Johnson, who were just looking for the gumnopaedii. Oh my God, this world is immaculate. Don't you love it? It's immaculate. People, I'm bringing you the history here because you have to wrestle with these things. I don't care if you dislike it or not. It's part of reality. Sorry about that, you people. Let me just say something to you here. There is no, who said this? I don't know. I'll remember in a minute who the author is of this, but let me say, he says, no mystery religion has its origin without the dance, right? I think this is Lucian on dance. He says Orpheus and Musaeus, and you can see on that second line, you can see the word Musaiu. There's your Moses, right? That's openly admitted, right? Orpheus and Musaeus are the ones. They're the first ones who started this, using those choruses. Why? Because who is Orpheus working for? He's working for Medea, right? The first Bacchic priestess. She's the one who comes up with the Christing. So, okay, that's where, a bunch of artists figured this out. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to undercut her genius by saying she's just an artist, because, knowing all this drug stuff had to be crazy. Yeah. So anyway, just look down at the fourth line. I want to look at the second half of the fourth line. Sun ruthmoi kai orchese muestai. How do you initiate somebody? You initiate them with rhythm and song. The song is dictated by the string. The division of the string is ultimately what's going to bring us the orgia. Do you understand these rites? Yeah. And then it talks about what you can say and what you can't, and a term for getting expelled. It's fantastic, people. I want you to see, though, that the rites are anchored in that music. There is something about the division of the strings, some kind of magic that brings the dithyramb, that brings that exact perfect harmony, opens up the world. In the meantime, as we're waiting for that, we're open to feast, right? The whistles have been blown, and we are totally satanic congregation. I want you to know we have the device to drive the monists back. Now it is time to free them from the delusion. Right? And in doing so, you'll be freeing not only your neighbors, right? Maybe your family, but you'll be freeing your country, right? You'll be freeing, right, the world. Think about that for a minute. It's entirely humanitarian. Take them to Christ. They have no idea. I've shown it to you 1,000 ways over. As a drug, I've shown you them using it, right? We've translated passages of the Bible that make no sense, that people always say, people write me all the time, say, this stuff never made sense to me. But if you take what you're saying and apply it to this passage, it makes sense. Yes, it does. That's just called anthropology and reason, basic reason. Okay, a Christ is a drug meant to put your mind in a state of horny vision. Horny vision. Jesus is arrested in a public park with a naked kid. Give me the next one. I think we're almost done, people. Give me. Oh, God. I didn't even get to we're going to have a part 2. Chewy, this is too much. People, I can't take you over an hour and a half because you have, you get your legs up, get them, you know what I mean? Go get your showers, you know what I mean? After this ordeal, I'm going to turn this into a two-parter because what I'm really wanting to bring you is the hymn to Dionysus, because he is Thriambos. He is Dithyrambos. So if you really understand Bacchus, it's got to be through this music. Love it. And what are we talking about, people? This is the spring of the muse. What is it? It's Craining Ioidea, and that is traditionally translated as violet colored spring. But the Ioidea is not just violet, it's also the venom. I am bringing you the spring of venom. Next time we meet, we'll throw ourselves from this position forward into full Bacchic mania. Get ready for it. Thank you, congregation. Hail Satan.
But for what they keep doing to the children, she taught me in the craft. Creed of the assassins, chocolatier, caramel, sugar skull, maple syrup, beluga caviar, the venoms, flowers from the trees, and purple seashells for the monsters in their dreams. In a land with the second son of Mordor, Atlantis is rising. Urania, Skutha, Medawa,